Hi everyone, Neil Kearney from Kearney Realty Company in Boulder, Colorado, here to give you an update on the Boulder County real estate market, which as of here we are in early April, reporting on numbers through the end of March, and it continues to be really crazy, really competitive, and characterized by high demand and low inventory. So we'll talk about each of those. Low inventory, we did have a slight increase in inventory, but we're still 20% below where we were last year and almost 40% below where we were 2 years ago. And both of those years were considered low years. So not much out there. It's rare to have listings actually put on the market and last through a first week. We're seeing most houses that are priced correctly and don't have major flaws get multiple offers and sell very quickly. Actually, 72% of the sales in March sold for above the list price. And so that makes it very competitive. And overall, the sales price to list price ratio, so what it sells for compared to what it's listed for, what it sells for is actually 7% above the asking price, and that includes all the sales. That includes the ones that are below, which are about 14% of the sales, and about 13% of the sales were at list price. So that includes all those. If you exclude the ones that sold for below and sold for at list price, the average sales price is 11% above the asking price. So those are the ones that have multiple offers, and the average is 11%. The high last month was 42% above, and the median is almost 10%. So more than 15%, which used to be a very small number, is now we're at. So these are the ones that sold for 15% or greater than the list price. This past month in March, we had 20% of all sales sold for above 15%. Interest rates are rising. They've gone up about 1% since the beginning of the year. What this is leading to is buyers even more anxious to get to buy a place and to stop their search. So they're becoming even more motivated, shall we say, to get it done. And what we're seeing is in these multiple offer situations, which tends to be most houses, we're seeing more and more buyers remove contingencies. So that means the three major contingencies are the inspection, the appraisal, if it comes in, the appraisal comes in low, and then their loan approval. And we're seeing buyers, even though they're getting a loan, it's almost on every transaction or every offer, buyers are waiving the opportunity to object to a low appraisal. What that means is they have to have a reserve of money available to bring in extra down payment in order to keep their loan percentages equal to what they had planned on doing. So that's one thing that's almost universal. The two other things, the inspection, it's pretty common to limit the inspection in some way, but we're seeing people waive the inspection altogether. They're going in and saying, we're going to take the chance. And then the same thing with the loan approval. Still has to go through the process. They still have to get a loan, but what they're doing is removing the termination opportunity. So if for some reason they don't show up at the closing and can't get the loan, they lose their earnest money. And some people are increasing earnest money and making that hard, which means non-refundable early in the process. So hopefully that gives you a taste of what we're dealing with every day in the trenches of the Boulder County real estate market. Difficult for buyers to know what to do, what to offer. What seems to be an unreasonable offer, high and no contingencies. a lot of times is not good enough. So I'll continue to keep you posted, and let me know if you have any questions.